Ну що, все, я тут. Так, кое-що мушу зробити. Ну, ага, так, добре. Так, екран є. Мікрофон є. Вся остальна херня є. Давайте почнемо. Все, я потім встановлю. Kingdom Come Deliverance. Ну що, сьогодні ми будемо грати ще Kingdom Come Deliverance. Постараюсь його до кінця цього місяця пройти. Разом зі Швайном. Швайни, гуньки, оньки. Я вже, блін, почав ту ігру, та вже хочу її домучити. Ой. Як в тебе справи, Алвер? Купив собі Dark Souls 1. А, клас, зашибісь. А, бо у них, да, блін, я згадав, я сьогодні дивився по новостям, казали вони, що тепер, вроді би, у них день народження. Скільки? 10 років? 10. Или 20. 10-20. Не, чекай, вона вийшла 2000... Стоп, вона вийшла з коли-то. Чекай, вона 2011 році, що ли? Ні, не може вона вийти в 2014 році. Я ще... А, ні, може. Довго думав, чи... Тєсо, чи... Це діло перший. Ну, чекаю Elden Ring, коли він вийде. Мене ще більш цікавить, скільки вона нас коштуватиме. Ну, піратка мені в помощь. Тому що я не збираюся за таку ігру, хоч вона знає, що вона хороша, блін, тратити до хрена грошей. От зараз, наприклад, грубо говоря, губка Боб, Battle for Bikini Bottom, вже можна його взяти зараз по 60% скидка. Уже щось лучше. Це як типа приклад. Та, я знаю, два великі різниця. Це то, а це то, ну блін. Ну, самі подумайте, виберете собі ігру, яка вам доста буде десь на скільки годин. І ігру, яку ви пройдете за пару хвилин. Ну, я знаю, як дві великі різниці в жанру, я говорю в планах цінності. Я не знаю. Хтось каже, що вроді би ціни піднімаються у Стімі із-за того, що хтось щось звинувачує Mobile Gaming, щось такого характеру. Бо Mobile Gaming більше заробляє, чим тот. Скажімо, хтось казав, що, по-моєму, одна ігра із мобільних ігор заробила вдвічі більше, ніж фільм Месників. Останній фільм про месників. Це таке... Я не знаю, я дивився, чи це типа правда. Це правда. Получається, якась мобільна ігра, аніме-ігра мобільна, получила більше бабла, чим, блін, цей фільм. Це про останній фільм про месників. Окей. Тому раз мало повиконуємо основне завдання, бо я тоді забив, бо я хотів йти в туалет. Тому, коротше, раз з цим пройдемо мало по сюжетній лінії, а далі вже буду йти робити субсюжети. Хоть не песик за мной. Черт, я на то нажал. Сівка, сівочка. Пішли, сівочка. Та буду після цього сісти пройти хоча б цей Red Dead Redemption. Но мені ще треба до кінця цього місяця почекати, аби хоча б гроші заробити собі на материнку нову. Ну, я не знаю, я вже став ярим скептиком і недолюблювателем до аніме. Якщо це ще таке комедійне, це ще друге діло. Якщо це якась обратно херня, що повторяє одну ту саму річ, то не очень. Моя шия. А! Листя. А, тупеньки, думаю, хто там сидить. Перестрибну я. Є, перестрибну. Пофіг дороги. Non road. Тімка, ти куди? Що, через каміння не можеш пройти, чи що? Господи, скільки тут місць, по яких можна грабити. Да, людина пропала. А де мій шолом?
Where's your master?
In the paddock. Crucifix. What kind of beast could do this?
Ціла куча коней побувало.
What happened here? Why?
Someone came at night and hamstrung every one of them. The horses, screaming, must have woke poor Radek, the stable boy. And when he tried to stop them... And then my husband, when my husband tried to help them, they killed him too. And when they were done, they put a torch to the stables.
My sincere condolences, ma'am.
Чесно, не дуже звучить, як
I swear
будто
we'll
вона
hunt those
горює.
monsters down and make them pay for this.
The horses were still alive when I came. We had to finish them off. All of them. The pain in their eyes. They couldn't understand how anyone could do this to them.
Did they steal anything? Any horses?
Nothing.
Ну, тепер вже вона
They
звучить, як
wanted
будто вона горює.
blood, not coin.
Did your husband quarrel lately? Was there anyone who might want revenge?
He argued over the price of a saddle maybe, but nothing that could drive a man to this.
These are dark days when there's more kindness in horses than in men. Did you see anything? How many were there? Or what did they look like?
We saw no one.
Has anyone tried to follow the trail?
No. We were fighting the blaze until now, and even if we weren't, what chance would any of us have against someone who could do this.
Pox on it. Mount up and quarter the area. We have to find out where they went. Look for tracks and ask the folk if they saw anyone. Fuck, someone must have at least caught sight of them.
Yes, sir. What about me, Captain?
What the hell use are you? You stay here.
Please, let me do something. I could have a look around the area and see if they left any tracks.
Розумна річ, сказав Пум.
Well, if you must. Just don't get in anyone's way, don't go too far, and come back here when you're done.
Час розслідувати і мало лутити. Я бачив там файну шапку, мені вона треба. Шапку мені там треба.
Just like to know. And I'd like for my friends not to be murdered.
They really
while
did
you
slaughter them.
sit warm and safe.
Why would anyone do that?
You tell that to Francis. Lying there. Fucking lying there. Way too much.
How could anyone be so cruel?
О, ну малого я запишу.
Good boy. That's my boy.
Есть майпой. Охотиться, стоят другие команды. Враги, к ноге, гулять. Так.
Here.
Я не знаю, як це робити.
Poor wretch. He must have crawled here. If it was the horses they were after, there'll be even more of them by the main stables.
А, тут ще які.
Fuck, why?
Бракараць взять, ну да, я більше тут як говорять, чим то.
How could anyone be so cruel? How could anyone be so cruel?
Да, Індро. Як кому може бути ще таким наглим? Ну, якого мене? Коровья шкура, лошадиная шкура. Ніфіна. О, є уровень.
Look what I've got for you. You'll love this.
Хоч якась зброя. Топор поднаря. Булава. Дубіна з шипами, ще лучше. А чекай, а чого це слабкіше від цього? Ще один. Надіюсь, мій кунь видержить це все. Я з нікому не можу поговорити з ними.
Are you well?
Leave me alone. Go away.
Look, I know that it's difficult.
But when I say talk, I don't No more. No more. Good luck to you.
Ай, йох!
See what they did here? Kill them. Find those horses and kill them. Rosie.
Що взять-то?
Why?
Так, мичка. Окей. Окей, що мені тут треба шукати в них?
This one got it in the back. And there's more of them over by the main stables.
О, скриня. Тут прокачаю собі. Лапило, 16 градусів. А, тобі добре. Веселим станеш. Краючийся район.
smell?
Ask.
Uh-
No. I saw you came with the soldiers, and the sooner you know everything, the sooner you'll catch those savages.
I'm sorry to trouble you, ma'am, but could you tell me about the raid?
The noise woke us up. Me and Smil. We thought the horses were restless, or maybe some drunk had staggered here from the inn.
Do you get drunks coming here a lot?
Sometimes, but not this time. My husband went out to see what was going on. Then I just heard loud voices and screaming. It's so stupid. It didn't even occur to me at first that something could have happened to Smil. I didn't find out until the morning.
Did you recognize any of the voices you heard?
No, but they spoke Czech, cursing like demons, even at each other.
At each other? They quarreled?
Yes, something must have happened.
And where did you hear this noise?
Everywhere. It was chaos. I don't even know how many of them there were.
I mean at the very start. Do you remember where you heard the noise come from then?
I don't know. I just don't know.
Did you get a look at them? There's one man, huge and dressed all in black. Did you see him?
No, I didn't. Take care.
Таке, вже так спокійно. О, чи включиться перк, включився.
Who is it?
Чуть не замітив. Я просто так зайшов додому. Чого тут них немає що вкрасти? О, має якесь срібло, ніби треба. Раді донорських цілей. Грошики. Ваше стало наше. Він так хоч прикачає вскриття замка. Ті смікунця витержи все. І сюди треба. Окей, ну тут кров іде. Тут ще крові. Тут іще крові є. Тут ціла лужа, кой, блін, хто тут сюди добрався, вам файно пролити кров.
Go before someone finds us here. Don't worry about me. You know I can't leave you here. If they fuck. What are you doing here? Tired of life, are you? What's the matter? Ha!
Песика не трогай.
Cry now. Cut.
Чекай, які в мене бойові прийоми, кстати. Обманний маневр. Удар тупим концом. Значить вкол вліво вниз. Значить, вкол, вліво. Добре.
Ртка.
Окей, вроді би йде.
Fucker.
Ну, далі ні. Не могло вийти лучше.
I'm fucking dying here. Nobody can match me with iron in their hands, and some damn peasant kills me. Dagger covered in horse shit.
Окей.
Oh, it's a hoop pick. Someone in Neuhof
Ну,
must
свої
know.
сапоги якраз можна поміняти собі щось. Перчатки. Зараз мама перевдягнутися. О, блін, мені краски переливаються, це недобре. Окей. Так, це викинути. А, дай мій конь.
Yeah.
Окей, ну сюди перепрыгнеш. Молодець. Корму пса.
Look what I've got. You'll love this.
Хоч мене радий.
Why?
Do you know whose hoofpick this is?
Ginger's. He was always bragging about it. Why do you ask?
Вже одну із розбойників
I found
лісу.
it on one of the bandits in the woods.
But he... Because of him? Because of him they murdered us? Lord in heaven!
Wait, hold on. You think Ginger was responsible for the attack?
He ran off! Don't you see? He was acting so strange and then he ran off! Why the hell would he do that?
That does sound rather odd. And you don't know where Ginger could have gone?
Dunno. Ask Jakob. God be with you.
Не, де Якоб? Якуб! Ти куб! Ти куб! Кунь, іди сюди. Ківка! Пішли, я певно перегружений.
There were bandits here. 2 of them. Right there to the north in the woods.
What? You saw them?
They attacked me and they're dead.
You killed them?
One of them. The other was already dying. He had this on him. It must be from the stud farm.
All right. Ask the folk here about it. I'll take the men and scout them. I'll deal with
Та
it.
я вже спросив місних.
What the fuck are you lurking around here for? You couldn't be bothered to find out.
Да, Якоб.
Another useless soldier coming to ask questions. You should have fucking been here last night.
Якщо я засну не без укрепки,
What's wrong with your arm? Oh dear. That looks painful.
That's all you gotta say about it. You useless prick.
А, блін.
Do you know anything about this hoofpick?
Yeah, it's Ginger's. He had it made in mate.
Any idea where I might find this ginger?
Well, that's the thing. He packed up and left.
What?
Look, I know how he looks, but Ginger is a fine fellow. I don't believe he had anything to do with the attack.
Хто мог
Where could he
збежати?
have fled to?
I might know, but you gotta promise me one thing. When you find him, listen to what he has to say before judging.
You have my word.
Sometimes the charcoal burners come to see him. He gets on well with them. I think that's where he's gone.
Where's that?
No idea. They've always kept to themselves, you know.
But the forest is full of folk like that. They could be anywhere.
Aye, except these ones won't be far. If you follow the stream from the stud farm towards Rate, you'll come across one of their camps. Only
Only what?
Ginger didn't go that way, though. He always went by the big road, through the woods in the direction of Ujit.
But how can I find them?
There's always smoke when they work. You'll smell them before you see them.
So if I go through the...
Exactly. Farewell.
Окей, шукаємо вуглежогів. Добре. Якщо я добре пам'ятаю, то це місце мало геморойне, бо треба буде точно шукати його локацію, де він є. Блін, обратно кущі. Я не можу дати просто псові понюхати цю херню та оприділити, або взяти щось від нього, та нехай він пронюхає файно. А, чорт. О, давай, телепортація, роби, о, туй мені. Да, блин, кусты. Нет, блин, кусты идите нафиг. Да, це крутий спуск. Ау.
Good day to you. I'm looking for a stable boy from Neuhof.
Then why aren't you looking for him at the stud farm?
Because he fled from there and supposedly went to see some charcoal burners.
Well, he didn't come here. You'll have to try elsewhere.
God be with you.
Окей, тут його немає, значить має бути в іншому місці.
Jesus Christ be praised. Then why aren't you looking?
Because he fled from...
He didn't come here. Go well.
Ладно. Нічого не виділи?
Look what I've got for you. You'll love this.
Що я не всіма поговорив, чи що? Ну і куди тепер? А, от старший угляжок.
God be with you.
Could you help me?
Depends what you want. Doesn't...
I'm looking for Ginger, a stable boy from Neuhof. They say he ran away and joined up with some charcoal burners he used to hang around with sometimes.
Sorry. There's never been a lad called Ginger around here. You have to try somewhere else.
A murder's been committed at Neuhof, and that boy likely knows who did it. It's vital I find him.
There's been murder aplenty in these parts of late. But that Ginger lad really hasn't been...
There'll be a lot less murdering going on once I bring those bastards to justice. So how about helping me out?
Calm down, lad. For the love of God. There's been no one like the boy you want round here. But then again, there are other charcoal burners. Try them. You might want to hurry. You're not the first to be asking about him. And the others weren't exactly a noble-looking bunch. Although they were generous with their silver.
They didn't happen to say what they wanted him for?
No. But they definitely didn't look like they wanted to invite him to a feast.
Куди ще він мог
Do
пойти?
you have any idea?
You said he was friends with the charcoal burners? Well, you'll definitely find some in the forest between Neuhof and УЧУСьь. There's good spots around there.
But that forest is huge. I could spend weeks searching.
Then follow the river. That's how you found us, isn't it? Where there's charcoal burners, there's always water nearby.
Окей.
All right.
Take care now.
Окей, ну що, йдемо тоді туди. Надіюся, на цей раз не покалічу свого коня. А то я вже скільки раз ним кульбіт витворяв. Хоча до Red Dead Redemption ще далеко. Там ще які кульбіти. Окей. Шкода, що тут немає швидкого переходу. Там далеко ще мені. Йоу, йоу!
Yeah.
Так, це буде довго. Зараз моя сіпка встане. О, швидше. Ще цілий ліс треба прокачати, кажу прокачати, прочистити. Ну, от перші вуглі жоги. Нічка добра. О, хлібка. Тихо, ти не чув. А, до нього не є. О, пес, іди. Паутина, пов'язка, це вже є все.
Leave me be. I want to sleep.
Очі включиться режим. Що ж, доведеться нам чекати, доки раз воно не проснуться.
Why are you waking me? No, man.
Ай, ох. Найдіть ріжу пропавшого конюха. Ну, по нему можна і сам знайти. Чорт, я не в ту сторону їду. Да, було лучше вже почекати вже до ночі. Окей. Так, запускаємо. Так, ну і де старший обліжок. Ну, пойдем.
Leave me be. I want to sleep.
А, я ляжу спати. Ну, тепер можу говорити. Місія по пошуку самого жесть. А, я так і не люблю.
I'm looking for Ginger from...
I know him. What do you want of him?
There's a few questions I need to ask him.
Well, he'll have to go somewhere else to find him. He doesn't come here much.
So where does he usually go if not here?
You think we're the only charcoal burners in these woods?
Probably not. But this is a big forest and I don't have time to look under every stone in it.
And you don't need to look under every stone. All you have to do is follow the river, and you might just run into another camp.
Окей, може якось його говорити.
I really must speak with him. A murder was committed at the stud farm and that boy probably knows who did it. I have to get him for talk.
And you think he had a hand in it?
Hard to say. He ran away, but on the other hand it seems he stabbed one of the attackers.
Well, when you put it like that, it's clearly urgent business. I do know him. Not personally, but I've seen him around. He's friends with the charcoal burners down by Townburg. I know he hangs around with the twins there.
Downstream by Townburg? Somewhere by the castle?
If you follow the river to the west, you're bound to run into them. What?
Yes?
Some other men have been around asking about him, but they weren't as convincing as you. Good luck to you.
Рабанути я можу його. Не, лучше не стоїть. Ладно, сідаємо, йдемо далі. Інтересно, я свого коня не можу мало накормити, прокачати його. Окрім, типа, покласти на нього щось, якісь шмотки.
Yeah.
Блін, кущі. Та йоп, пересете. А, вон диви. Так, встав сирті.
You quite well.
What the fuck? You footpad!
Ой! Стой, даже ну буде хуже. Я надіюсь, я не сюжетного персонажа. Треба грошики!
Jesus Christ, have mercy on me! I surrender, can't you see? Take your hardware. I understand.
Я страшна людина. О, фак! Стой! Стой! Покотився. З ним буде все добре. Я страшна людина. А це... он на пньового сидить, господи.
God be with you.
Where are you hiding Ginger?
What?
Don't try that one on me. I know he's friends with you and your brother. I need to talk to him about the massacre. He's the only witness.
All right. I'll tell you. But first, you have to deal with those two bandits who've been asking about him.
All right, I'll deal with them.
I'm glad to hear it. I'd say they're somewhere between here and our neighbors upstream. There's a place there where poachers used to meet before we came here, but it's abandoned now. The path to it leads straight from the stream. Try looking around there.
All right, I'll have a look there. Thank you.
Good luck to you.
Так, може я вас мало грабанути? Мені треба для добровольних робіт. Як можна так сказати ще. Ти ж їж, їж. Значить, воно десь туди має бути. Да, то в них тут лише одна спальня біля оспи. Та йох. Ага, я зловій, я знаю, я паршивець. Чекай, оце йде річка. Він казав, що як іде річка, так іде весь потом. Ага. Значить, він, по ідеї, десь тут має бути. Здрасте.
God be with you.
What are you doing here? Poaching?
What are you on about? I just found it here. But you seem a bit suspicious.
Я подозрительний. Я браконьєр.
What are you doing here? Looking for your kill, are you?
I'm traveling the province in the service of Sir Radzig Kabila.
Sir Radzig? heavens. Begging you pardon. I didn't mean
А, вона, блін, не замітила
All
окраску, да?
right. I suppose you're innocent after all.
Glad you saw sense. And what were you doing here exactly?
What do you mean by that?
You were butchering the carcass right here on the road.
What of it? A corpse doesn't need possessions.
It would be easier if you just...
All right then. I did it. I needed food. They killed my man, burned the house down. I have no food for me or the child. You
Oh,
don't
man.
really have to tell anyone, do, and you won't regret.
Не. Тебе придется подкупить меня. Чего тебе не нужно? Вот так вот. Я уже мало темно стало. Не, я до такої людини не хочу. Я може мразь, но я мразь із серцем. Я мразь, но я мразь із серцем. Чекай, я правильну сторону хоч йду? Ні, я, блін, неправильну сторону йду. Ну, кобилку, що, не можеш вилізти чи що? Це серйоз? О, вийшло, чудо. Треба було її не буркою назвати, не сівкою буркою, чи як її там назвати, а Евергріном, блін. Якщо я правильно це сказав. А, йох. Вот и дорожка.
Straight to hell. Don't tell it.
Молодец. Брось тело! Брось тело! Я не хочу підняти тіло, я хочу скинути. Ага, він за що. Чекай, де друге тіло? Пуф, и он испарился. Уровень. Я не знаю чому. Чесно. Аж 8 лайків. Не знаю, чи так сталося. Повезло мало. Тут йду дивлячись коли. Я не пам'ятаю, що, типа рандомний лагерь я знайшов, чи що? Пизяков. Мені треба розжитися нормальною броньою, ледь навчитися нормально битися, а то я бляха-муха. Скільки мене раз покоцали, було файно. Або просто хоч подумати сість. А, да, бо в мене, блін, на Q ця фігня. На Q в мене мало бути защита, але я переключив на крол. Як це маєш закон? Що у тебе нового?
God be with you. You don't have to worry about those bandits anymore. I've dealt with them.
Really? And I suppose I have to take your word for it.
If you want proof, I can take you to them. Maybe I should have brought you their heads.
I'll take your word for it. All right, a bargain's a bargain. Ginger is hiding out in a ruined hut not far from here. You go along the road to ÚČUSЬ until you see a path to the right that leads to a small spring. There's an overgrown path that leads from there right to where Ginger is. Keep your eyes peeled though. You could easily miss it.
Good. Thanks for your help.
Take care now.
Окей, тепер ми знаємо, куди треба йти. І мені срочно потрібна перша допомога. Я вже пам'ятаю, що тут квест. Я тут квест не зміг ніяк самотужки зробити. Довелось дивитися гайд, як його робити. А, от і домик. Ну, здравствуй, Рыжик. Чижик.
Jesus, you've led me a merry dance.
What do you want from me?
I want to ask you a couple of questions. Why did you run off like that? Where are your cronies? And why did you kill that bandit?
What?
Right, one thing at a time.
Окей. Почему ты
Why did
сбежал?
you run off in such a hurry?
Because I was afraid they'd come back and kill me.
Who?
Those bandits, of course.
To get revenge on you for killing their mate?
Killing? Me? I never killed anyone. God is my witness.
I'm looking for your friends. Where are they?
The charcoal burners? They're over at the...
To hell with the charcoal burners. Where are your bandit mates?
They're not my mates. They nearly killed me. I recognized one of them, so I thought they'd come back and...
Recognized? Who was it? Talk!
I don't know his name.
Генрі, мало, успокойся, степенися.
What can you tell me about him? How do you know him?
Звісно, жестом говорить, це точно в нього, але там в них всіх таке лице, як будто вони, блін, свали на голову.
I know he lives in a house on the edge of the village, but that's all I know. I never talked to him.
Why did you kill that bandit?
What? Bandit? I never killed anyone.
This is yours, isn't it? I pulled it from the belly of a dead bandit near the stud farm.
That is mine, but I didn't stab him. That fellow took it from me.
What fellow?
I don't know his name, but he's from УЧУСьь, and he has a limp.
He limps and he's from УЧУСьь. That's not much to go on, but I suppose it'll have to do.
It's all I know. I never talked to him.
Розкажи мені, що
And
произошло.
now tell me exactly what happened. And don't leave anything out.
О, далі, кажеться, буде прикольна місія.
Don't worry, I won't get bored.
All right. I woke up in the middle of the night because I needed to go for a piss. So I went out into the dark, same as usual, only there was something there that shouldn't have been. At first I thought it was just a trick of the light. It wasn't. And then it was too late. They went past and I thought they must be horse thieves. I would have yelled, only I was afraid they'd kill me. So I waited until they were out of sight. I started to sneak away, but then...
Then the slaughtering started.
Yeah. I thought they'd steal the horses and ride off. That would be bad enough, but then all the killing started and flames everywhere. It was terrible, like hell itself.
And then?
It seemed some of them didn't like it either. They started squabbling among themselves, and some of them started running back where they came from, right towards me. And I had that thing in my hand, the hoof pick.
So you stabbed the first one in the belly?
No. He ran right into me. He was running fast for a fellow with a limp. He pushed me aside and I fell on the ground. Then he told me I'd better lie low if I valued my life. He ran off with the others. I did what he said and hid. Then the rest of the gang ran past.
And then?
Then I waited in case that limping one from УЧУСьь came back. I didn't dare come out until I was sure. I think it was almost light.
What about the others? Was there anything you noticed about them?
I don't know. There might have been maybe 8 of them, and 2 of them were really big. That's all I can remember.
Do you know what they argued about?
I didn't hear everything, but I reckon some of them were only there to steal and wanted no part in the killing.
That sounds terrible. I know exactly how you feel.
If only I yelled. Maybe they...
If you had, you'd most likely be dead. You probably wouldn't have done any good anyway.
But still...
There was nothing you could do. What about the other? That's all. I've heard everything I need to hear, so...
Wait! What about me? Won't you help me out?
Perhaps I could. What would you like?
I'd like to go back to the stud farm, but those cutthroats who want to kill me are still around. Will you help me?
They're out of the way. I ran into them on my travels.
Really? That's great, but...
What?
I'm afraid to go back to the farm. I ran away, and God knows what they'll think about it. I don't know if they'll even want to talk to me.
Я могу спросить их и... так, пойди туда и пусть что будет.
Just
Я
try,
не туда
and
сюда
you'll
не
see
буду
whether they
ходити.
drive you away or not. But if you explain it to them, they're sure to understand.
I suppose you're right. Thank you for your help, and God bless you.
Ей, ладно, можу покрасти. Я сволочь. Ну, пустыня. Так, зум аут, удар гнева. Темп стрілю вниз, вниз, так, що це у нас називає? В лицо. Зап'ястье. Це геморой. Я візьму лице. Так, голова ще качається. Так, тут уже більше мені відкрилось. Ну, давай дивимося. Аскет, запах мужика, нет ночной, нет странник, так, нет. Клеймо преступника, первая помощь, грибья. Вы предпочитаете грубую силу хорошим манерам. Вы получаете плюс 2 к силе и минус 1 к обаянию и красноречию. Ні, мені це не треба. Не сумістимо, понятно, це вже не сумістимі. Плащ и кинжал. Ваш уровень чтения мгновенно вырастет на 3%, но сила и ведение боя получает минус 1. Это тоже не добрый. Блин, не один не добрый. Хиба что первая помощь. Дикарь. Так, за пределами города и деревни вы получаете плюс 1 к силе, ловкости, живучести и красноречию. Брюгер. В городах и деревнях вы также так, и близости вы получаете так, несмотря с дикарем. Це добре було б. Или, я йду лучше першою помощь. Мене буду вилікувати. Бо це такі речі, що, блін, один одного перекривають. Це не може. Так, главное, дивимось. Умелец. После успешного взлома замка у вашу сумку с вероятностью войдется сломанные отмычки. Набитая рука. Начальная позиция отмычек будет ближе к концу личинки. Обязательное вскрытие. Получает вскрытие. Пьяная удача. Будучи пьяным, можно наносить 35. Не, я возьму цель. Набитая рука. Да, я взял. Я взяв Титан Квест, а думаю, чи не взяти ще губку Боба собі, бо не знаю, стоїть чи не стоїть. Бо я взяв Вальхейм, бо я думаю, може з Тарасом Середу якось поіграти. Ну, йдемо далі туди. Бо Вальхейм досить дешево коштує, та й зараз губка Боб досить дешево коштує. Плюс до того, до кінця жовтня ніч толком не буде. Ну, хіба що це Back 4 Blood, но Back 4 Blood я не великий фанат. Я знаю, що гра легенда, але мені чуть не заходить. Я не знаю, я в неї не грав. Я чув, що вона є, но якось не очень. Западня. Чорт, я ж зараз здохну.
What's the matter? Come on.
here.
To heal, much.
Молодець, песик, добре, що я взяв песика з собою. Блін, я зараз здохну. Неізвісність, не? Чим хілитися? Мене немає кровоточивості. А ну, де моя пов'язка? Мене немає кровоточивості, мені треба файно от їстися та от спатися. Ну, якраз хоч уміння дубіни мало прокачав. Та вооружений! Найдіть ви нафіг! Не, ладно, хрен з цим. Так, сохранить, шнапс. О, нет, я знаю
May
цього.
I disturb you for a moment?
Нет, 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 нет. Я його знаю. Я його знаю. Так, їда тут не от. Пропустіть. Успіх. Знаю цього чмошника. Я дивився по ньому прикола раз. Паломщик? Не. Не представляю, я такий приходжу весь в крові. Сер, ой, це доложить, блін. Я весь, головне, я весь в крові, озброєв в крові. Такий побитий, блін. Давай, кажи, блін. Що, ти знайшов все, що треба? По мені не видно, блін. По мені не видно, блін, що я щось знайшов. Весь в крові, блін. Сиротя.
Well, well. Look who deigns to grace us with his presence.
I was looking for that boy and
And you didn't bother telling anyone.
I had to follow the trail before it went cold.
And what if some bandit skewered you and left you for
Не бандит, я сам кого хочу б'ю. Ну, почти кого
told
хочу.
no one where you were going? How would I explain that to Sir Radzik, eh? I really don't know, my lord. He disappeared without saying a word to anyone. Never crossed my mind he wanted to get himself killed.
I
Ковбасні. Ну, в мене є. А, доходи, дай просто
Keep
вам
your
посилю.
ignorant mouth shut when I'm giving you the benefit of a veteran's wisdom. You do what I tell you, answer only when I ask, and not go roaming off whenever you feel like it. I'd like to kick your arse back to the castle and be shut of you. But it's true, you're a fucking peasant who knows nothing about soldiering, and it's my job to whip you into shape, so I'm not done with you yet. God have mercy on you if you ever try anything like that again. If you're lucky, I'll only have you whipped and clapped in the stocks. Because if I get my way, you'll be hanged for desertion. I hope we've got that out of the way. I've made myself absolutely clear. And now, let's hear what you have to report.
О, Боже.
I talked to Ginger and found out what happened.
Out with it then.
Ginger fled because he recognized one of the raiders. He was afraid they'd come back to silence him.
Well, he was right. They were asking about him. So who did he recognize?
He didn't know his name. Some fellow with a limp from УЧУСьь.
All right. Since you've gone this far, you may as well ask around in УЧУСьь. We've enough to do here in these parts anyway. Sir Radzik will tell you about it. He said to send you to him if you haven't already been.
Так. А, пройти обучение. Защите.
Can you teach me?
Certainly.
I'd like to hone my skills.
First, you have
А, блін, вічно я це не люблю. Топором на мечах.
I'd like to improve.
Certainly.
I'd like to practice the basics.
All right.
О, у мене 1К, ніфіга собі.
Isn't
Поторкуватися.
that quite a...
50 досить, думаю, йому буде.
Is this enough?
It'll take more than that.
О, камон, 53.
Agreed. Now, let's...
Так, а в мене хіба не прокачані були здібності до меча?
I'll be with you.
Копівують 5 хвилин тому назад, у мене хотів, блін, в колодки засадити та похластати. Похлистати.
I'm interested in...
All right.
Isn't that quite... What about this?
It'll take more than that.
Are we agreed?
Well, a little more. Agreed.
Я копівую. Окей, дивимося. І кроп. Бой. А, у мене почти ж защита на один уровень піднялася. Ведення боя 8. Так, что у нас тут есть? Садист, когда вы пускаете кровь врагу, это увеличивает вашу силу на одну единицу. И яростный. Чем серьезнее ваше ранение, тем сильнее ваши атаки. Ржавый клинок, нет, херня, я возьму садюга. Так, и ловкость. Так, быстрая атака. Ваша атака израсходует на 30% меньше выносливости, но нанесенный ран будет немного меньше. Работает только с оружием, обращение с которым требуется ловкость. Легкие доспехи. Если вы не носите пластинные доспехи, и в бою вам будет на 50 уклоняться от ударов. Но я обычно танка иду, возьму це лучше раз. Опана! Рацик тут.
God be with you, lad.
My lord, I managed to find a clue to the whereabouts of the bandits.
Excellent. Bernard already told me what's been happening, but I'd like to hear it straight from the horse's mouth.
The whole story, or just the gist of it, sir?
It's up to you what you consider him.
Well, in the end, I tracked down the stable boy who fled in fear of his life, and for good reason, too. He put me on the trail of a crofter from ÚЧUSЬ with a limp.
And his name?
The boy didn't know him by name, only by sight. But if I ask around, I'm sure folk will know who limps and keeps peculiar company. Villagers like to gossip.
But what if he's not there? He could have fled, maybe even to Kuttenberg.
If I don't find him in ÚЧUSЬ, I'll ask around. Someone will know something about him.
All right. Better go to ÚЧUSЬ then. Find this limping footpad and get the names of the others out of him. They have to face justice for what they did. I want to see them hanged. Then bring him to me in Merhoyed and I'll decide on his fate.
Certainly, sir. Why choose Merhoyed?
It's somewhat at the centre of events, isn't it? And what's more, there's another stud farm there.
Sir, do you think they're going to try the same thing again?
I shouldn't think so. Everyone will be on the alert now, but the secluded dwellings are more vulnerable. There are few people in them. They're scattered everywhere and we can't guard them all.
But the
There's always a groschen or two, some food and so on. Anyway, how much silver did they get from slaughter?
True. If they'd stolen them, they could have sold them. Those were fine animals.
Exactly. It's not about the silver. It's about some...
But what?
Creating fear. Such great terror that you won't even squeak when they come to cut your throat. Never mind raise your hand against them. Fear that will root you to the spot, staring like a rabbit entranced by a stoat, waiting for the death blow to fall.
I have some news.
Good.
Actually, yes, sir.
Де мій кунь? А, вон його. Так. Так, мені би зараз треба піти навчитися хоча б читати раз. Ну, а тут незвичні швидкі переходи. Обично там, скажімо, у цьому. У Fallout ви там просто нажимаєш швидкий переход, то на тебе туди кидає, а тут ще читай, доки він раз туди дойде самостійно. Не треба поломчика. Добре було біля міста стати десь. Так, чи тихо стало? Добре, я думаю так. Я, коротше, зайду в Тальберг, поїм, отдихну, от сплюся, бо в мене зараз ще пару ударів, я вже зараз здохну. Да, ще раз звертайте увагу на те, що я весь в крові. Де ваша харчабня? Ням-ням-ням-ням-ням-ням. Я, по-моєму, працюю на графіку ще маю 15 називаємо, що нині вихідний. Да. Нині в нас, кстати, втячеві свято. У нас День міста. Почти що 700 років. Ну, через 8 років буде точно 700 років. Та й точно ні. Прийшов, нас, блін, там казали, що Бограч буде коштувати безплатно. Це брехня було. Бограч у нас коштував 50 гривень, то піздець. Та я взяв 3 бограчі, один мені, один отцьові, один бабці. Та ще жарене куряче філе. Та ще картошку на паличці. Боже, як я за нею заскучуємося. Я так люблю цю картошку на паличці. Там водичку взяли, та ще й попкорн якийсь. А попкорн оказався ще й тухлим якимось. Невкусним взагалі. А я скажу продавцові, а він каже мені, що типу, то такий сир. Ну так, звісно, сир. Ти поробив хоч тот сир. І от ціла куча грошей просралася. Ну, хоча попробував хоч бограш. Давно хотів попробувати бограша заново. Звісно, це не такий, звісно, це не такий бограш, який я давно їв. Так, напугало було 2 рази більше.
You're the young fellow who came here from Skalitz half dead, aren't you?
Я її дуже люблю.
Yes, that'll be me. Why?
The lady of the castle was asking us. She wants to talk to you.
Ah, I'll go and see her then.
Very well. Farewell.
Значить, вона теж, вона коштувала 25 гривень, вона це хоч щось дешево. Та й солодковато. Солодковато, блін, у нас... Тоже 50. У нас технічно все по 50 гривень коштувало.
What was that noise?
Картопляна паличка, та й пішли собі на тір. Отець дуже хотів йти на тір. Отець тір коштував ще 50 гривень. Технічно ми 2 рази йшли. Один раз я, один раз він. Упс, здрасте. Я йду, Ед. Я лиш потренуватися.
What's up? Do you need some help?
О, пан Двіщ.
God be with you, lad.
God save, my lord.
Водичка в порядку?
Peace is rare in these times. But right now I'm more
What's wrong?
The monastery stalled the purchase of stone and everything connected to the building project. And now I find out it's because of the quality of the stone blocks, or so they say. I don't believe a word of it.
What do they say is wrong with the stone?
Supposedly there was an accident when one of the stone blocks broke loose, fell, and killed someone. But the quarrymaster swears by all the saints it isn't possible. He says he sends only the best stone, and I believe it. He's reliable and an experienced
Та й
quarry.
купив їм ще при тому дубіну собі. Дубіна 100 гривень. Ну добре, це не дубіна, це не бита. Це маленька битка. Така. Така, що поліцейські давно не її били. А то мені казали, бляха-муха, що мене тут хтось може грохнути чи ще щось. Та я думав, візьму собі таку файну дерев'яну дубіну. Чи я ж її шипами ще так файно обробити, та й колючим дротом.
Profiteering? What's the monastery trying to accomplish?
To lower the price. What else?
Worse.
You could... Well...
I could help with...
Do you think this is...
I do serve Sir Radzit.
This is true.
Yes. I'll do...
God be with you.
Окей, я занадто много заданів взяв. Здрасте. Пока. Мат мені каже, нащо ти взяв його з собою? Я кажу, ти ж сказав постійно, що мене можуть хоч хтось вдарити.
The Lord be praised.
I heard you wanted to talk to me, my lady.
It's true. I need something from you.
How can I help?
My cousin, young Sophie, is going to be wed. It will be an entry into a new life, and I want everything to be perfect. I'm looking for a few things to give her as a gift, and you're going to find...
My lady...
Normally I'd let the Chamberlain take care of it, but he doesn't have any taste. And I've been told no task is too challenging for you.
It will be my honor.
I need you to pick up an ornamental crown from Sasau for Sophie, wine from a merchant in Ratai, and a roan from the stable in УЧУСь.
You said a roan from УЧУСь?
Precisely. It's a beautiful animal. Wait till you see it. Dietrich said he'd ride it here himself, but I can already imagine how he'll end up killing himself. But you...
Класс, я идиот.
Who am I supposed to pick?
From Conrad Hagen in Ratai. He's the only person in the whole region. And believe me, here you go.
And the ornamental crown.
I had the That just won't do. The wedding is almost upon us, and I need it.
Класс.
Wine?
Goodbye.
А це ще, кстати, така дерево і така дубівна ще з вирізами. Чекай, мені інтересно, я не можу з себе зняти обувь. Бам!
Stop that right now. Are you out of your mind?
Так, з обув'ю, хоч без обув'ю щось не виходить.
Don't move a finger! Stop! Here!
Чорт!
You were seen pick... You should...
Look, I'll tell you the...
My...
Damn it.
You... And...
Тепер треба його пошукати. Як вони мене виділи ще раз? Чорт. Ой, доки я раз навчуся нормально взламлювати замки, то здуріти може. мать. Фігня у нього одна. Ну і того злому 0 смислу і пройшов 1-3-4 гри без зломів. Та я знаю, но так хоч цікаво. Вот то у меня. Вот это баба. Ладно, поговорим з нею.
The Lord say. It's.
It will... Who am... And the ornament... You said...
But...
Why?
Take care.
Не починається цього громадянина. Це точно, ну, от, звісно, коли я ним управляю все. А, блін. Старые отличники. Так, ладно, йдемо раз вчитися читати, а далі будемо видіти. Я не знаю, я у всіх іграх стараюсь бути вором. Тому що вором найлегше. Ну добре, не зовсім як легше, але так хоч швидко заробиш собі гроші якісь.
Yeah. Yeah.
Тут файно протоптана дорога, кстати. Ну добре, не зовсім аж так файно. Окей, я думаю, після цього я йду поможу тій дамі, та паралельно тим чоком, тому її чоловікові поможу. Перш ніж буду їх грабити. Що ж добре знайти мірошника. Не, то есть мельника. А, вот и писальня. То есть школа начинающая. Тільки не кажи, що я обратно занадто швидко прийшов.
God be with you.
I'm looking for a fellow who lives here, but I don't know his name.
Мало приємно так говорити тут.
Must
Через
be
двері.
that farmhand Lubosh. I don't know what the hell you'd want him for, and I don't much care. He's got a cottage on the edge of the village near the stream.
I'd like to learn to read.
At this time of day? Are you right in the head? Come back tomorrow morning.
I've come to ask.
Why? Bear in mind, it won't be all
Так,
that
тепер, да.
All right. I don't want to waste time.
Very well.
Here are your groschen.
Then we may as well start.
О, тепер Генрі буде знати, як читати.
He did break his vow, but better than to dishonor your king.
Тоді ще непривично було задавати такі школи. Генрі!
Wake up, lad. It's time we were getting on.
Хоть поміняв би одежду і спальну.
Let's see you read a bit. There's a book here on the table. Try to read it.
Will I manage?
You ought to be able to. It's a simple. Come back once you've worked your way through.
Как-то раз, отойдя, опудяя к гнезду свой гнусный крестьян гусни обнаружил там яйцо желтое и сверкающее. Когда он его поднял, яйцо оказалось тяжелым, словно медь, и крестьян решил быть это вброить. Вот я не знаю читать. Потому что так вот накуп. Что яйцо это сделано из чистого злата. Боже, це стараюче читання. Ак ждує утро. Читання не вмію. Которая могла принести ему гусыня, и он убил ее и распорол, однако и внутри ничего не было. Понятно.
I've read the book.
Wonderful. So tell me, what have you learned?
Это было, что в каком-то парнику я должен прочитать ее снова, а что жадность не бывает оправданной. На деяких випадках.
Excellent. You're one of my most talented pupils. You've uncovered the meaning hidden in the letters. Like I told you, books are valuable, and the words that you place in them ought to be no less so.
Does that mean that I can read then?
Yes, you have the found. Now we'll move on to the second lesson, which will be much harder. Many books are written in Latin, the language of erudite and religious men. There's a book on the table with some text. Read it and then come back.
I only just managed the fable about the goose, and now you're asking me.
You're a clever lad.
Ей, клевалет, справишся. Почитай латинську, блін. Пісерне чмо болотне, це точно скажу.
I read the page.
So tell me, Distrupule.
Це точно.
Nutus set liber.
Not bad for a first try, lad.
О, да.
Try reading it again. Practice makes perfect.
Латинський текст. Ой боже, я коли вчився, нам і латинська мова була один раз один раз в 2 тижні. Попробуй то вивчити. Unsus es ilbe taun malsu und unidek libre mut. Якось каже, що типу латинська мова це як фундаментальна мова для всіх мов. Ну я щось не знаю. Може і так, може ні. Та зараз іду, господи, що мій пес так.
I read the page.
So tell me.
Nullus est liber tam malus.
Good heavens! Don't tell me you haven't had lessons before.
Thank you.
Я би ще знав, що я не сказав. Чтение, вау. В потоке. Когда вы читаете, то усталость и голод нарастают в 2 раза медленнее, чем у обычного, а студент в лавках все книги становятся дешевле. Це мені треба. Я не знаю, що там вилічного є щось. Окей, тепер можна це прочитати. Раз, товариш, хоч мало висплюся. Ну, 99. Я не знаю, що так воно є. То я завно, головне палить мене. То я? Ну, дуй ім'я. Господи, сівка бурка, чесне слово.
Jesus Christ.
Портного, ніби це треба, маленький набор кузнеця. Скільки він коштує? 79, ніфіга собі. Що я можу продати? О, серебро. Кольцо треба буде здати. Це мені те.
Let's have a word about the...
Так, 79, нет. Давай на 90.
What about this?
A nice sum. Just lower your...
What do you say to this?
We're getting there. Just... See now?
Кстати, у мене в лошаді щось є. Так, в сумку. поміняти. Так, питєва вода, треба буде мені. Собача шкура. Блін, шкури з псів здирає. Так, тут треба продати тому. Шкура благородного оленя. Шкура кабана. Я з нього зараз все здеру.
Let's have a word about the...
Sure.
А, у нього не хватає грошей.
Here, with a little something on top.
Well now. Take care.
О, спасательний шнапс. Спасательний шнапс так дорого коштує. Я понял, у мене є вже. А, ні, вже є.
Is that...
Уй, гад.
What in God's name is he up to?
Да, пей собі.
I'm looking for a fellow who lives here, but I don't know his name. Do you know anyone with a limp?
What would you want with him? Well, it's no skin off my nose. The bastard has a cottage on the edge of the village by the road to Ratte. God be with you.
God be with you. Окей, тут ще щось можна грабанути. Немного я на виборі. Ну що, корчмар знає.
Good day to you.
I'm looking for a fellow.
What would you want with him? Well, it's no skin off my...
Is there anything suspicious, Go?
Indeed there is. Around here, you should hear about what Vashek the groom has been up to at the stables. When the head groom told the lads here, they fell off their seats laughing. And that's not... Just last night, Father Godwin was here, calling fire and brimstone.
О, я це знаю. Як здорово, я це все можу накрасти собі. Камон, это уже очень сложно их уже открывать. його самого покормити. Перестати мені свистіти, то я кажу, хто свистить, то грошей немає. Херня. Тихо, ти! Ох, добре, добре, я пошукаю тобі м'ясо. Ну, вино, медовуха. Нап'юсь хоть. Даже куриць, блін, тут не є. Да, не вип'є.
What the fuck do you think you're doing? Look out! A thief!
Guard, come here, quick! Leave over there!
No! Take that!
Упс, я хотів поговорити з нею.
What's the matter? Lost your ball? No!
Hey, you! Halt! Surrender!
You in?
Forgotten that bro. And don't think you should have.
Oh well.
You.
Добре, що я качав собі силу. Стой! Нас дожену пизда буде. Успокойся, я лиш хочу гроші. I'm a menace to society. Кінчалок візьму. Нічого, які до фіги мати. Стой! Ти стрілу хоч отдай! Так написаться вам.
There's the good doggy. That's my boy.
That's my boy.
Look what I've got for you. You'll love this.
Я кормлю пса.
Look what I've got for you.
Я йому все, барана скормлю зараз. Йому сподобалось. А, за що? А, да. Овцу, блін, це. Вони можуть засадити в тюрму, а за то все остальное нет. Ладно, хрен з цим. Я і так їх всіх облупашаю.
What's that? Someone. Hey! Hey! Who's there?
You want something from me, do you?
Ще нет.
Good afternoon.
I'm looking for a fellow who lives here, but I don't know his name.
That'll be Lubosh. Gallows bait if ever I saw one. His place is at the end of the village next to the stream. Take care.
Я правильно сторону ходив? Тут може хоч щось по ім'я. Ти все, блін, випив.
Hey, is someone there?
Ну і куди тепер? А, мені треба на основну цю фіню дойти. Там, кстати, завдання можна взяти із цими жінками. Із відьмами. О, тут точно я зараз. З відьмами тут є ще завдання.
I see you know how to wield a sword, Father. I wouldn't have expected that from a...
With a stick. I practice with a stick. Reminder of my youth and days gone by, and it helps keep me in good form.
I'm looking for a fellow who lives here.
What would you want with him? Well, it's no skin off my nose.
Do you have any work that needs...
My dear lad, I have more worries than I can bear. Another pair of shoulders would ease my burden. I have to deal with a local witch.
A witch?
The herb woman, old Gertrude. That devious hag.
Oh, don't tell me. The cows are giving blood instead of milk, and babies are being born with 2 heads and a tail.
This is no laughing matter.
A little bird told you, did it?
You know how good people...
Enough.
Oh, no, виконаю.
What do you want me to do?
I want you to go and see her and find out what she's been up to. I know she lives in fear of the Holy Church, so tell her I sent you. That will make her... If you learn that she...
Consider it done.
Good. Take care now.
О, да, я помню цю місію.
Yeah.
О, тут зараз буде жесть. Ох, зараз буде стрьомне місце буде. Стрьомна частина технічно. А чекай, а чому в мене таке пальто довге?
Move along, citizens. Move along. There's nothing to see here.
That's what you call nothing to see. I'd like to know what something to see looks like.
By the keys of St. Peter, this is all I need. We'll have to send word to Sir Hanush.
That might not be necessary.
Who are you?
I'm Henry of Skalitz, in the service of Hanush's Captain Bernard. I'm investigating the attack at Neuhof, and I think this could be related.
Well, I'm the bailiff of Auschwitz. And I say we don't want any of that kind of trouble around here. What makes you think this has anything to do with Neuhof?
One of the folk at the stud farm recognized someone from Auschwitz among the bandits.
We have no bandits or murderers around here.
Really? They say he had a limp?
Опа. Переметнулся.
Well, allow me to introduce you to Limpy Lubosh. Or all that's left of him.
Ух! Спороли желудок, прибили до стіни.
Nothing's ever easy. I'll have to take a look around and ask a few more questions, if that's all right with you.
You can take this mess off my hands and welcome to it. As for what else there is to find out, I don't know. But look and ask all you like.
Who was Limpy Lubos?
A poor crofter and a scoundrel. Can't say I'm too surprised what happened to him. He kept company with all sorts of vermin. He was always getting into some kind of trouble. Punch-ups in the tavern and what have you.
Почему он хромал?
How come he limped?
He got that from some villainy or brawl a long time ago.
Has he been up to anything suspicious lately?
I don't know. The last few days he didn't go anywhere. He was home the whole time. But he always kept everyone in the village at arm's length.
Did he have any kith or kin in the village?
None. A loner he was. I don't know the last time I saw him with anyone.
Do you happen to know where he was on the night of the Neuhof raid?
I've no idea. He kept his distance from other folk, so you never knew if he was away or holed up at home.
When did you find the body? And did anyone see anything?
Just now. And nobody saw or heard anything. I don't know how they could gut him like that without someone hearing him scream.
The parish priest here in ÚЧУSЬ, he's a peculiar sort of cleric. I noticed...
He is indeed. He's as hard as nails. More than once he's intervened in a brawl in the tavern and sat everyone on their asses. He's not to be taken.
I doubt he acquired those skills at the seminary.
You know how it goes. The nobles send their youngest sons to study for the priesthood. And our parish priest has blue-blooded. He probably learned to fight at home before he went to university. But I heard something happened and he was roving the world for a while. Don't know what he got up to.
Это все. Ugh.
Lord above, they did a hell of a job on him. Must have been agony. How come no one heard anything? Judas. Looks like this is meant to be a warning. But for who? And why? Maybe the... What's this? Looks like someone's hit him very hard on the head. Could they have bludgeoned him to death and then gutted him? That would explain why he didn't scream.
Окей, ладно, подивимося, що у нього ще є.
Enough!
Упс, не нажав.
What the hell do you think you... This definitely...
Look, I'll tell you the truth. Oh well. Oh.
Hey! There's fellows beating each other over there. Do something about it.
О, його голова. Чорт. Тепер зеленому треба якось залонити. Бо мене якось поймало, аби це все фігня знялася з мене. Де ота церква й була? О, де вона? Пана вже репутація. Ow!
Well, what do you...
The blessings of our good Lord be with you, Father. Can I ask you a few questions?
It seems
Did you know Luke?
a bit of a lost soul.
Did you notice anything suspicious recently?
My child. All sorts of suspicious things have been going on recently. People like Lubos don't know what to do about it, and sometimes...
That's really not a lot of help.
I'm sorry to hear that.
Do you know what Lubos was doing on the day Neuhoff was...
Unfortunately, I do know. And I...
What?
I'm bound by certain vows that forbid me...
Vows more important than catching dangerous murder?
There are laws of God above the laws of man.
Father, surely you can't be serious. There must be situations in which you can make an exception.
There are things that apply always, no matter what the circumstances, and this is one of them.
But Lubos is dead. You can't hurt him, but if you don't tell me, more innocent people may die.
If I told you, I would be betraying a vow that's a... If people believe the sanctity of the confessional couldn't be trusted...
Worse than the death of innocent Christians. Worse than...
No one escapes punishment.
Father, Lubos was my only lead to the Neuhoff raiders. Only he could tell me who was responsible for that massacre.
Це то, що
If I
не
don't
хочу
find out who it
сказати.
was, it will probably happen again.
I wouldn't. But I can't betray the sanctity of the confessional. I'll tell you what. Give me some time and I'll try to think up some way of help. Suppose we talk it over in the evening.
All right?
Yeah.
Чекай, а в нього можна ще навчитися битися?
I see.
Sure.
Я можу тут покласти мітку. А, я можу. В очах уже пливе, ну.
Yeah.
Окей, ну йде тут травниця. Готуємо.
Good afternoon.
I've come in the name of Sir Hanish of Lipa. I'm investigating the massacre in Neuhof, and now a murder.
Ask all you want, lad.
Who was this Lubosh who was murdered?
Those that live by the sword die by the sword. I'm not surprised the...
Okay.
That's all. I've come from the priests. They're saying you incited some women to witchcraft.
Me? Witchcraft? That's nothing but idle chatter.
Don't you know that witches get burned alive?
There's no need for trouble. I'll tell you everything. I've done a very foolish thing. It's preying on my mind so much I can't sleep a wink.
I'm supposed to believe an old witch has pangs of conscience.
Laugh if you like, but it's not a word of a lie. You probably know I sell various magic lotions and potions alongside my herbs. You see, Vera, Zlata, and Kuta from УЧУСьь wanted a magic ointment from me. I kept refusing them, but in the end, I let them talk me into it.
What kind of ointment was it?
One that will show you a world no one else can see. A place of wonder. The flowers might start talking to you. I don't know if it's the work of the devil or of God himself, but the ointment has that power.
So all this talk of witches anointing themselves and then flying to their sabbaths on brooms.
The ointment could make a person see such things. But it was stupid of me letting those foolish women get their hands on it.
Will you give me the ointment recipe?
It contains belladonna and the herb Paris, both quite poisonous plants.
So why did you give them the ointment at all?
Because I'm soft-hearted. You see, one of those women, Vera, lost her whole family in Skalitz. And Zlata's husband was killed. And the youngest of them, Kuta, miscarried with the horror of it all. They said they wanted to use the ointment to speak with the dead and ask them to put a word.
I understand how.
Judge not, lest ye be judged.
Their plea or the clink of their coin? What did they want the ointment?
Each one of them lost a loved one recently, and it's grieving them.
I've heard enough.
If you...
Very well. But only because the priest himself asked.
Thank you. Goodbye.
Would you teach me something about medicinal herbs?
Are you serious? You want me to teach you after what you did here? Goodbye.
А чого? А, да, в мене погана репутація. Чорт, мені наушники спадають з голови. У неї тут, ну, рецепт яда 3300 з чим-то.
What's going on there? Hey, you! Surrender! you at last. What? That brawling? Well, you won't think.
Яй.
Look, oh well.
І заново краються гроші. Пий, мусиш топити звідти. Давай. Чекай, не пройдемо, може, бо я міг вже оголошити. Давайте оголошити, давайте спядати щось. Лошари. Ты стал сильнее. О, класс. Чекай, я можу постійно так читати це все? А так хоч швидко, хоч сила накачаю собі. Так, можу так накачати собі силу. Може ізучити мало, так прокачаю силу. Та й буде ще ловкость та інші діставати книги. Ну, почти 10 уровень. І максимально 14. Правильно снижение толеранции будет обнаружено на разлуке. Множество це треба мені. О, зараз буде клас.
Beat it!
The blessings of our Lord be
And with you, lad. Take. I'm sorry I can't tell you everything. But first I'd like to hear something about you, my son.
I'm from Skalitz.
Oh. I'm sorry.
Це з ним буде, каже. Прикольно.
They're dead.
Oh, I'm sorry to hear that. It must have been terrible.
It was terrible. God knows why. They killed anyone who didn't make it to the shelter of the castle. My parents, my girl, even the Deutsch who was on Sigismund's side. I didn't make it to the castle. I wanted to try and help my parents. They almost killed me.
My poor child. And how did you come to get this assignment?
He did, but I found a witness and the trail led here to УЧУСьь.
Ah, well, congrats. Now the most important thing. What actually happened in Neuhof?
The rumors aren't exaggerated.
Я не знаю, як це
this
мав
time.
пропускати, це довго буде
I
йти.
see. Well then.
I've told you all about. I noticed you're pretty handy with a sword. I wouldn't expect that of a man.
You know what they say.
But this is a bit more mysterious.
Let's just say I haven't always been a priest. Fate led me to places where a fair... These days, of course, it's just a bit of exercise to keep me in shape.
Well, we've had an agreeable chat, but... So, about this confessional seal. Do you really want more innocent people?
Henry, that's not how it works. There are matters in which you can't make exceptions because if you do it once, you'll forever be tempted to do it. If people stop believing in the church because their confessional secrets are betrayed, they won't trust anyone.
I understand, but that means I've reached a dead end. Those cutthroats
Мені
will
інтересно,
strike
а в
again,
деяких
and I can't
випадках, в
stop
таких
them.
ситуаціях священники можуть сказати поліції, що вони учули від винного, коли він
If I
ісповідався?
tell you what Luboš told me, I'd be betraying the confessional secret. But, first thing tomorrow...
Word of honor?
On my soul.
I always wondered about the things a priest tells his congregation. Where is...
Well, УЧУСьь is in Prague. It's not enough to instruct people. They have to be entertained. It has to be something topical. Condemning vices. The tongue lashing about the two popes goes down well these days. Especially if they're about fornication and similar scandal.
Can you give me an example?
Well, recently a priest by the name of Jan Hus started preaching in Prague. I hear he always has a full house. A journeyman who heard him told me what Hus is preaching, and I like the sound of it. I'm thinking about putting it in my own repertoire.
What's so amazing about it?
The preaching of Master Jan Hus about Mother Church. The lamentable wealth in which the church is drowning has turned to poison. And nearly the whole of Christendom is just like a flock of hungry ravens. They settled on this land. They don't... What? With such money gained from the poor, they buy beautiful horses to ride and needless... While Jesus Christ walked barefoot and had no place to lay his head. Look to your consciences, you robbers of the poor, for you... Amen!
Well, this Jan Hus character is quite...
Oh, the congregation will love it.
I don't doubt it.
Let's drink to that.
О, началось бухання.
That last bit reminds me.
What do you mean? My situation's completely different. Who preaches against the prelates and the clerics who are robbing the poor? I'm one with them in poverty and suffering.
Don't you think it's a bit odd when someone boozes and lives in sin with a woman and then criticizes the Pope for...
No, I don't.
What do you think of this Jan Hus?
He's certainly a wise man. A little overzealous for my taste. If he got out of Prague and came here for a look, I'm sure he'd stop condemning drinking and lying with women.
Where can I find out more about his teachings?
You like it? I copied down some of his sermons. If you're interested, you can read them at my presbytery.
What do the common folk think of?
They like it. They're happy to hear someone say what they think themselves. But in a few years, it'll have grown beyond control. You mark my word.
Yeah, unless they burn him at the stake first.
Nonsense. They can't burn a master of the most respected university in Europe.
Thanks for the sermon, but I think I've been morally uplifted enough. Oh, it's getting quite late.
What do you suppose? We have a drink.
That sounds like a good plan.
I knew you wouldn't let me down.
Да, зараз буде клас. Тож треба буде слідкувати, аби відключити екран, а то деякі обстоятельства там можуть появитися.
Na kraj padnu desnej smutek, do dnielo i ráno utek, nech již mouženský majstrat, do včera žil nestaje prach, už se jí bojí svatý muži, nechtěl bych bejt v jejich kůži, nám je to jedno a tak si dáme jedno, a požadem si ubí jako poslední den, půjdu se mámy, ano rada slávy, a tak vypal sudy a posaď se mi sem, tak posaď se sem a vypal je ven. Ukaž kozy jako vozy, zítra jen tu jsou nejdem, tak nalej mi hned, až točí se svět. Ty dneska vůbec nikdo neví, zase zítra Ježíši a není to naposled.
Enough of this. Bailiff.
У нього було свисно случайно.
Don't vex me again, father. It's 3 hours past dusk, and curfew is long gone.
So what?
So, I'll have you all whipped and put in the stocks, and I'll write a letter to the bishop about you, priest.
Well, nothing to worry about then. Everyone knows the only one around here who can write is me.
Enough! Men, throw them out. Oh.
Oh. You looking for a fight? Henry, back me up.
Щас иду! Понеслась. Попереджаю, я майстер п'яного кунг-фу. О, нет. Треба ще мало бухнути. А в мене є водки? А, в мене лише питєва вода є. О, п'янствує. Окей, винный пьяница. Чекай, пивной, нет, чекай. Под влиянием алкоголя ваши руки трясутся на 25% меньше, а навык стрельбы из лука увеличится на +2. Но когда вы стреляете, руки трясутся Треск руки трясуться сильнее, а я це не можу взяти. Вино опьянствует вас на специально слабее, так что вы сможете выпить больше, однако пиво опьянит вас вдвое сильнее. Ну, а це вино.
Stop that nonsense, Godwin. Are you out of your mind? What will people say?
They can say what they like. What do I care?
А, нет.
Here we are. Look at this beauty.
Oh. We can't do this, can we?
Who says? Get ringing, wench.
О, боже.
This is wonderful.
Бережись внизу.
And now, my dears.
Ей, час мені його раз відключати, тому що йде такі речі, що не стоїть показувати. Я знаю, які. О, інтро, ти вже голий. Ну, не зовсім голий, він ще у трусах. О, ні, не треба це говорити поверху. О, блін, у нього своя паства вже обробляється. А, бляха-муха, там люди ходять, блін, ви не замічають людей. О, нет, Индро! Индро, держись! Генрі, держись! А, все, Генрі лишився. Лишився свої всі тканні карточки. А, бляха-муха, це листо. А, ні. А ви ж мене не забанили за такое. Я не знаю, чи інших так банять, чи ні. О, клас! Он вже настільки п'яний, що вже з тими золотцями. Ще посрався зараз. Він обосрав овцу. Ні, він висрав овцу. О, боже.
Well, I have to say that was a fine evening.
Индро, уже кайфовый. Бля, какие. Термецкие приколы. О, ні, зараз ще треба це читати молитву. Не проспали до неділі.
Godwin, you beast. Get up.
Ти така
You
я.
hear me? Wake up, you drunkards.
Oh, fucking hell. Where the... Oh, what the... Oh, who the hell are you? Oh, Henry. My great friend, Henry. Didn't we have a wonderful time?
Well, you certainly did, you old lecher. Now you better pull yourself together quick. You haven't much time. There's some water and something to eat on the table there, but if I were you, I would move my hairy arse before my flock eats me alive.
Oh, stay on my head. Oh my God. My poor suffering stomach. What was that woman
Ви
about?
двоє придурків 2 дня бухали.
Before my flock eats me alive. I've forgotten something.
Ні, а чи вони бухали до неділі тупо?
What have I forgotten? Where the fuck am I? Where the fuck was it?
Я люблю такі ситуації. Ось чому я не люблю пити. Я дуже не люблю
I gotta
пити.
say mass. You have to help me. How? You're the priest. I can't do it in this state. Maybe the liturgy. But I have to give a sermon as well.
Oh, this is a disaster. They're gonna excommunicate me. I'd like to help you. You can. You can do the sermon for me.
What? So, first I investigate a murder no one wants investigated. Then I drunkenly keep the whole town up all night. And now you want me to preach at them from the pulpit? Do you want them to burn us at the stake?
No. No, I've got it. Suppose that Sir Radzig's protege. You just came from studying in Prague. And you want to share the words of Master Jan Hus, who you recently heard preaching there. Henry, look. From what I remember, we might have overdone it a bit last night.
Oh,
if the
malo.
bailiff or someone else complains about me, the bishop's gonna have my guts for garters. So I'd appreciate it. Stop gaping at me like a stuffed squirrel and start helping.
You're mad. You're stark raving mad.
I'm not. It's a perfect plan. It's flawless. Oh. How about this? If you help me with this, I'll tell you who Lubosh's cronies are.
Головне зараз не просратися, а я тут не читав.
So all at once the confessional seal is...
Don't mock me.
Sorry, but I can't.
As you like. Don't help me. Now clear up.
А, блін, я не то нажав. А, чорт. Ох, я не то нажав.
Theo.
Пропускати вже треба все.
Who would... Has he been... How... You... Do you have... When did... With that... But...
Stop right where you are. Surrender! What the hell do you...
Lord above, they did a hell of a job on him. Judas. Judas. Lord above, they did a hell of a job on him. Must have been agony. How come no one heard anything? What's this? What's this? Looks like someone's hit him very hard on the head.
Jesus Christ, be brave.
Another thing.
May the Lord watch over you.
Judas. Looks like this is meant to be a warning. But for who? Why? Maybe the gang had a falling out. But a bandit who knows how to ride isn't something you see every day. Judas. Looks like this is meant to be a warning. But for who? Why? Maybe the gang had a falling out. But a bandit who knows how to ride isn't something you see every day. Lord above, they did a hell of a job on him. Must have been agony. How come no one heard anything? What's this? Looks like someone's hit him very hard on the head. Could they have bludgeoned him to death and then gutted him? That would explain why he didn't scream.
Ну, чого ж не розходитись?
God be with you.
That man... Do you know any... That's all. I've come in the name of...
Of course.
Have you noticed any... Do you know... That's all.
Так мені буде це все заново перепроходити. Треба дивитися, що 4 я вибираю. Ти що у нього тут є книжка про Яна Гуса того.
Hey. The blessing. No, did you know? Did you know? That's. Do you know? What? Father. There. For heaven's sake, Father, can you?
I can.
Father. All right.
Bye bye.
Так, беру місію. Ну, є. Ти вже почитав цю книгу. Ну, я можу, все, вставати. Ну, повторение, мать учения.
I'm sorry,
I'm from. Then.
Well, it must have been.
God knows what. I did.
And how? Now. Well.
I noticed you're pretty.
You know, let's be.
Well, so. I understand. What?
Ну, да, давай швидше.
I'm the jet.
О, ж тут стільки діалекту.
I.
Let's.
Fun.
What do you? Cheers.
No.
Yeah, give me a minute.
What do you? If you. Where?
You.
What the? Thanks. Yeah.
What?
Ah.
I.
Стільки було сказано, блін. И началась драка.
Bring it on. You're gone wicked to me, have you? Ah!
Ale dobre, Jala.
Well, I'm.
too. And Henry too, I'm sure. Right, Henry?
Stop that nonsense, Godwin. Are you out of your mind? What will people say?
They can say what they like. What do I care? What do they do?
Пропускаємо. Багато що треба пропускати. Ні, ні. Давай, трезвій, дурню, старий. Ну, давай швидше. Окей.
All right.
No, neither can I.
What do you want me to do exactly?
I'll go and start the liturgy. Then I'll introduce you. You give this no need to...
Christ almighty.
Wonderful.
Ну, зараз буде весело. Похоть, wisdom. Похоть не возрождай. Невозражность. Невозражность. От Церкви Христовой. Ой, мене як тащить. Ой, тут много людей. О, пиздец.
What?
О, то йдіть ви нафіг. Обратно.
In nomine Patris, et Filii, et Spiritus Sancti. Amen.
Did I tell you about my wife's lace making?
No,
Hey,
I didn't know she did
who's there?
that.
She only started long ago. Oh,
Well, I never.
Та пиздец. Хоть гра сохранилася. Так, люблю за це. Хоча я можу так піти узнати, почитати цей варіант, але то такий довгий та геморойний. Де мої штани? Ну, тепер вже буде як треба. Добре, все спокійно.
Thought he'd never show up. Swill dog.
Look at him. He can hardly walk after his capers last night.
You were with them, you beast. Just you wait.
Look at him. Mother of God, any minute now he'll throw up.
So I couldn't sleep a wink last night with all that clamor.
In nomine Patris, et Filii, et Spiritus Sancti. Amen.
Тихо, держись. Держись, Патре.
In sanctas, at venerabiles, a manus suas. Hac facite in meam commemorationem.
Господи, лиш не балюни туди.
Brothers and sisters, you may...
А я пропущу це, бо це доставе. Це вже таке, я вже просто пізно.
Greeting how the once great mother of all Christians is losing her dignity and trading in souls like the merchants in the temple.
That whelp wants to preach about the church.
Досить стоїть на говорить.
One should not believe in the church, because the church is not God. God is above all things, and the church is but a means to salvation, which the prelates do not care to hear.
He's right.
Ох, слава.
It is the corruption of God's pastors here on earth that has brought misfortune on our heads. Plague, humans, hunger, and chaos. And it is all due to the corrupt servants of God who do not practice what they preach. They think sins can be washed away by money.
Prague didn't do much for his confidence.
And what sins? They live with. If someone takes. Who can turn his face to God?
Nothing we don't know about.
Enough about sin, which the. What if the devil himself were to pay? Will the bishops tell us he too would ascend to heaven? And what about those bishops? They sin without. They play dice. Look to your consciences, you robbers of the poor.
Down with the prelates!
We're fortunate to have our good Father Godwin.
God sees what is happening on earth, and he is filled with righteous wrath that those who should seek the salvation of souls instead seek mammon and the idle Blessed are the shepherds who share the poverty of their flock, who are as one with you and bear with you.
Aye, all honor to Godwin. Let him drink like one of us.
That is all I heard in Prague.
Боже, я надеюсь, все хорошо вышло.
Have you no shame, you pair of buffoons? I'll be writing to the bishop of this.
Ah, черт.
For shame.
Utterly blasphemous.
Can you believe such behavior? For men of the cloth to get drunk at
So, is our deal still on?
Are you pulling my fucking pizzle?
Та, чорт. Боже, заново запустити це. Да, можу ще. Ладно, будемо пробувати так, аби вийшло хоч нормально. Хоч за сісі 10-5 хвилин хоча б. Прошу раз прочитати ту книгу. Так, оце. Твою мать, дай мені почитати ту книгу. Ай! Надіюсь, на цей раз мене вийде.
Brothers and sisters,
Boy has a cheek.
one should not believe in the church, because the church is not God.
He's right.
It is the corruption of God's pastors here on earth that is the accursed wealth that the church is drowning in is poisoning almost the whole of Christendom. When dogs are fighting over a bone, take the bone and they will stop. just like the flock of ravens that has descended on this land to... They show no mercy. Their hearts are poisoned by covetousness. They trade. You want to baptize a child? Pay. You want to steal and murder? Pay, and you will have absolution. And the prelates sin and give themselves absolution.
For shame!
And such sins. Therefore the apostle says that if...
He's talking about Godwin. For sure he's talking about it.
Enough about sin, which the What if the devil himself were to pay? Will the bishops tell us he too would ascend to heaven? And what about those bishops? They sin without remorse, and with the money grasped from the poor for indulgences, they keep fine horses and hordes of... They play dice and garb their mistresses in expensive furs, while Christ, the Lamb of God, walked barefoot and had nowhere to lay his head. Look to your consciences, you robbers.
Down with the prelates.
We're fortunate to have our good...
I say to you, in the words of Jan Hus, he who knows much, let him speak much. He who knows little, let him speak little. Let each speak as much as he knows. And he who knows nothing, let him at least teach his neighbor one virtuous deed by setting him good example and refraining from playing dice and from fornication. And that applies both to priests and to you, brothers and sisters.
That's his conclusion.
That is all I heard.
Ну, надіюсь, тепер вже вийшло хоч як треба. Получилося.
The lad spoke well, considering what a soak he is.
He's right, that was.
The young man shouldn't drink so much, but the Lord's given him a silver tongue.
Don't suppose I'll...
Вийшло в мене. О, боже, я п'яна мразь.
Well, well, my boy, you have talent, and I can't deny it. And you pulled a thorn from my side. I almost didn't make it.
Yeah, I noticed. I wasn't the only one.
Oh, what's to be done? I'll make it up somehow.
So, about our bargain.
Although it's a sin.
So gluttony and fornication.
God does forgive a penitent.
So, what did Limpy Lubosh tell you? Was he at Neuhof that day? Who was with him? And where are they now?
Now slow down. I'm sorry, but he didn't tell me that much.
Don't let me down after all I've been through. For you...
Well, now Lubosh came to me shortly after it happened. His conscience was gnawing at him. And I must say, in the end, he turned out to be a better man than he looked. He said they'd been hired through some crony of theirs. And at first they were just to steal some horses. But then it all turned sour and people started getting killed. And neither he nor his cronies wanted anything to do with that. So they fell out from the gang and fled.
Fell out?
Yeah, there was a body found in the woods by Neuhof.
That would explain something. Lubosh kept jabbering that he wasn't a murderer, that he didn't want to do it.
So I know that Lubosh killed the murderer and he's dead too. The trouble is, I need to find the ones who are still alive. I need names and places. Did he mention any of the others?
Only nicknames. Talked about some fella called Riki from Ledechko, Pius, Timmy.
Pius. That lot are about as pious as I am ordained.
Nonsense. You would make an excellent priest. And anyhow, with your skills, you ought to be able to sniff out this Riki from Ledechko, right?
Well, we'll have to now. There's not much else to go on. Let's hope he's not hanging from the wall too.
Indeed. And I'd hate to be excommunicated for nothing. Anyhow, good luck. You watch out for yourself. These people clearly mean business. And I'd like to raise a tankard with you again sometime.
Yeah, I'll try. Although I'm not sure I'd survive another night of your debauchery.
And if anyone should ask, you heard nothing from me. I'll deny everything.
I don't doubt it.
З третього разу, навіть не з третього, з четвертого разу вийшло в мене. О, господи. Кстати, а з ним не можна ще поговорити?
Why's that, for the love of God? You know what my old man is like. Nothing ever good enough for him.
Good day to you.
His nose up at everything I could. You'd think he had blue blood.
Father, I wouldn't.
With a stick.
Your hair and said, make something special
Father,
with it.
I wouldn't have expected.
With a stick.
That's putting it
God
mildly.
be with you.
I can't do it in Queen's.
Чи я ограблю його? Батюшка. Ой, той фіні буде голова боліти.
To me? Yeah.
Good afternoon.
I've come from the.
Me.
Don't you know that?
There.
What kind? So. Will you give me? So why?
They.
There. And why you?
I'm that.
Пускаємо, це вже все слухали.
So all this.
Feeling?
I want to. What did they want? I've heard enough.
Been a pleasure.
Would you teach me?
Are you serious? You want me to teach you after what you did here? Take care. You.
Я в неї щось хорошенькое. Ні. Так, де тут рецепт? Окей. Ну, треба запілятися вже. Чекайте, зараз спати швидше. Коротше, я раз на цьому тоді вже думаю зупиняюся. Завтра я сяду та попробую пройти далі, чим треба. А з вами був ваш добрий Боді Бобер. Давайте зустрінемося вже з вами завтра. Приятного всім вечора. Всім добра від Бобра. Всім удачі і пока.